I'm Dipali Medi. I'm a clinical psychologist. I would like to talk about what is the need for marriage. बड़े बुजुर्ग जब भी कहते हैं कि तुम शादी कर लो, वो ये कहते हैं या तो तुम्हारी उम्र हो गई है. For the girls it is like, you'll get security. For the men, one thing which is said is a free permission to do sex, and a person who would manage. Indeed, very recently, one of the person whom I know through some resources had called me up and was talking about how he thinks now he's ready for marriage because he needs somebody to take care of his house. So we use the rash word of the female being the maid of the house, or we don't, but interestingly that is one of the subtle things which is being said. And obviously a child producing machine. लड़कों को कन्विंस शादी के लिए ये कह के किया जाता है कि घर संभालेगी, लड़कियों को ये कह के कहा जाता है कि तुम्हें आज़ादी मिलेगी, एक इंडिपेंडेंट लाइफस्टाइल मिलेगा, जो कि बेसिकली अल्टीमेटली हस्बैंड के हिसाब से चलोगे. The society pressures by your age. कि एज हो गई है, क्या कर रहे हो, how would you live your life, you need a man. And these voices are too ingrained. I am not saying this is only with the elder people. Trust me, even the youngest lot who might come to me of the age of 18, 19, 20 might have the same thinking. कि शादी कर लेनी चाहिए एक specific age तक. Indeed, yesterday I had one client who is around the age of 25, came with marital issue. Immediate discussion jumped to the idea that मेरा husband अभी बच्चा भी नहीं करना चाहता है and I want to have 2 children till the age of 30. I was like, पहले marital issue resolve कर ले, then we'll go back. We'll talk about the kid later. And who said that, if you need 2 kids, you need to have it before 30. Medically not necessary. So let it be. And you shouldn't be under the pressure of just having a child. So interestingly, there's so much of stupid reasons to get married. Do we actually need marriage to have a sexual partner? Really not. If you want to have a same sexual partner over a period of time, there needs to be some bit of commitment. So that can, if that commitment is for life, it can be marriage. Husband as a financial provider. Interestingly, we are all talking about females getting financially independent. If the society is not very, as of now there's an economical downfall, doesn't mean the man would have his job very secured. So, how are we being very sure that he will be a financial provider all the time? They would even have their ups and downs. Female as a maid, doing ghar ka kaam. Depends on my health, depends on my capacities, depends on my knowledge. cooking, I might not know cooking, I might like cooking, I might not like cooking. Doing rangolis, to mopping the house, to cleaning the utensils, to taking care of the kids. Not everybody would be doing everything and everything. So obviously there would be issues. So are we really saying that, basically these should be the skills that one should hone? In today's generation also, the female should know the best cook, she should be the best cook, and cook of the same taste which the mother cooks for the son. Mop the house, clean the house, bring up the bachas in the best form. Interestingly, I had a client yesterday who said that, मुझे इसलिए भी बच्चा पैदा करना है. I think the same case that I referred earlier. Because लोग कहना शुरू हो गए कि शायद लड़की में कोई कमी है. I was like, okay, just to satisfy their needs, you'll immediately plan a child to prove that you won't have any sort of medical issue. And if they are even, I think the concentration should be first on resolving the marital bond, then the conceiving of the child, planning of the child. Indeed, the planning should even happen after. So, are these things good enough for us to plan a marriage? Are we thinking of marriage in the absolute right terms? That is the need of today. I don't say marriages earlier happened in this way were incorrect at that time. It was fine at that time. We are talking of a different time and situation of life, where our mothers spent hours and hours in cooking, and they had a huge responsibility in the kitchen. Not that they have done anything bad about it, but now food is easily available. खाना बनाने में भी कम टाइम लगता है because of all electronics and all things coming out. Plus you get maids to do it even. So, and are we females thinking of an idea where we'll be becoming a child producing machine? एक के बाद में हिंदुस्तान में तो आधे जगह पे ये देखा जाता है कि 1-1.5 साल के बाद में अगला बच्चा. So do we think we even need to do that? If not, then we are even not thinking of really producing so many children or something. So what are we looking in marriages? Isn't now the need being different? And especially when we are talking of the whole concept that a lot of children would create more chaos in the society because of the overpopulation issues, lack of resources. It is going to create a chaos. It is not going to improve anything. It's going to make it worse. अगर घर की कमाई 100 रुपया है, 100 रुपये में से अगर 100 बच्चे पालोगे तो प्लीज सबको 1 रुपया मिलेगा. अगर 1 पालोगे तो 100 रुपया मिलेगा. And so is it. But we are not so much talking of the issue of companionship. Marriages should happen with an understanding of companionships. Because ultimately we are social animals. We need companionship. And for which, obviously, we both have to be brought up very differently. Girls have to learn to be slightly independent. Also not give up their core qualities of caring, nurturing. But on the other side, men have to accept that the females are not extremely weak, not dependent, they cannot be abusing her. So there are some chaoses that has happened in the society which need to be worked on. There's too much of digress from the original understanding of why things were the way they were. We are just blindly following things. not understanding why it was. So we need that change, and we need that shift to become such that we can actually think of thinking of people getting into marriages which are more companionship oriented, more growth oriented, and not get still stuck by the whole idea of the marriages are just about because you're at this age you need to get married, because after a certain point the girls would need financial security and the men would need a kaam wali at home. That needs to somewhere be worked on.